Right, that's fine. You can start now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Poetica 92. We're a bit of a quiet one this evening, but let's still make it fun. I'll be your host for this evening, and our theme is pets, beasts, and demons. So take that as you will. So I'm going to start us off with a few because I have so many poems about this topic, hence my choice. So I thought I'd start with one called Spider. This is Sid, by the way. He's a friendly spider. Crawling over my walls and through my sleep, spiders and words creep like darts, words like legs wrapped around me. Even trapped, the sound beside me is so very loud. Let me out of the glass, incessantly tapping. Spider is taunting, spider is clapping. Spider just came to catch the flies and doesn't see why I would do this to her. After all she did with her little web, she hoped I'd join her, but instead I'm lying in a person-sized bed. I'm not a spider, and I'm not a fly. I'm an adult woman, and the how and the why. So Spider is helpless. Spider spits fury. Spider only wanted the best things for me. I'm not a spider, I'm not a fly. I'm how and why, and when and I'm where, and I don't sit in webs, and I don't like your moving legs. Words trying to tangle themselves over and over again in my head. In the night when you try and spin your web, swaddle me in silk, get in my head. Spiders and words, ink on my bed. I am the answer, the question, the end. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't like spiders very much, but this one's alright. Okay, and I've got two more poems before I hand over to the rest of you. So this one is called The Cat's Cradle. The Cheshire Cat moon bears its grin pasted against a perfect gradient sky, and slyly he slips in, fur like wire. He strokes his chin and begins to sing nursery rhymes to help baby sleep. A yowling chorus played against whiskers strings. His violin is out of tune, but the Cheshire Cat moon is somehow quite charming, toying with the whimpering mouse, caught in cat's cradle strings, and his crescent jaw. He tickles it with an extended claw, and the more she squeaks, the more he smiles, and all the while they were dancing hand in hand, face to face, basking in that taste of exquisite fear. In the first few days, the year turned itself over, and the heat went misty and clear. Thank you. And the last one before I hand over is about demons of the Philip Pullman variety. So hopefully people know a little bit about them. But I think this poem explains it anyway. When I was born, so was my demon, fluttering around me, forever changing. A caterpillar perhaps, waiting to open its wings. When I was one, I had a cake, and I think you can see my demon in the photo, blinking and confused, a bush baby clinging to my high chair. When I was two, I had mint green walls, and my demon skirted about the room, hip-hopping and hiding, a nervy rabbit, avoiding the dog. When I was three, I cried an awful lot, and hated Mr. Blobby and Father Christmas. My demon was a squirrel on the branches of my limbs. It had hid from men with beards. At 4, I took it to school. Like Mary and her lamb, its soft twirling wool comforted me, but I was lost on the hillside. I tried to hide it behind me, but you could hear it bleating. 5, 6, 7. I liked jelly and hated pastel pink blancmange. My corn snake demon wrapped around my right wrist, pulling me away from the paper, even though I loved to write. When I turned 8, I fell down the classroom steps, and my demon told me I was inadequate, grown into a boa constrictor. It weighted down my body and pulled my sleeves around my hands. 9, 10, 11. My cloth wrist made me a scribe. Finally, my demon allowed me to write my story, and I couldn't stop writing. A spider dipped in ink, racing across the page. 12 and 13. My demon started to play tricks, skulking behind the walls of a built-up den, cunning as a red fox, screaming in the night and laughing at the dawn. 14 came around. The the year of the leech, it stuck about to drain me for a good few years and bled away my bad blood. The leech comes back now and then, but I always will it away. I don't know quite when my demons started changing more, when everyone else's was starting to stick. Some days swimming in my eyes as an inflated pufferfish, another a deer in the headlights. With every up and down, I've been every creature. I've stung the people I love with my scorpion tail. I've hidden in my tortoise shell, or taken to my bed with the sloth, laughing like a hyena the next day. I'm 31 now, and my demon just won't stick. I've tried to flick the leech off my skin, and I've tried to keep the dog on the lead to my heart, but they still keep changing. Sometimes it's a gift, and sometimes I wish that somebody would close up the window between the universes and let my demon sleep, but the dust between us shimmers like God. Thank you. Hopefully a few people understood the Philip Pullman references. Okie dokie. The first person I'd like to bring up is Mike. So can we all give him a big round of applause? Thank you.
Okay, what I've got here is a house full of alphabetic animals. I've got an anaconda in the attic, bears in the bathroom, caterpillar in the cellar, dragonflies upstairs, eagle in the ensuite, foxes up the fireplace, giraffe in the garage, heron adjusting the heating, impala on the ironing board, jaguar eating jelly, koala cuddling our Karen, lioness licking a log, a marsupial munching a munchie, a natterjack toad nattering obscenities, owl acting the goat, pigeons peeling pomegranates, quokkas quipping quickly, rabbits running rackets, sheep stealing soap, terrapins tasting tomatoes, underdogs using umbrellas, viper viewing a vivacious vixen, wombats wearing Wellingtons, a Xanthipp's shrew playing a xylophone, it was a tough one to find, a yellowfin tuna eating toast, no, not zebra, not zebra, not zebra, okay, zonkey, which is half horse and half donkey. Whatever, I want them all out now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It sounds like you have a very full house. Okay, I can't see him. Oh, look, you're over there now. There we go. We have a new member tonight who's going to make his Poetica debut. He's sitting there in the corner. So can we welcome Tom to the stage and give him a big round of applause? And then hopefully he'll come back again.
This poem is reference to mental illness. It's called Mortal Enemy. Hopelessly gazing, trying to chase something amazing, pursuing a happiness, but for now I'm abstaining. An unwanted abstinence I'm maintaining, and my emptiness is remaining. They all listen to me complaining about this darkness that keeps detaining. Shackled by its grip, it's well equipped. An arsenal of weaponry. Will this be the death of me? Enslaved by this depressive state of mind, pursuing a stability that's so hard to find. To myself I must try to be kind, myself always remind that I didn't choose to have this illness, it was beyond my control. It was eagerly waiting and patiently patrolled. And my well-being it annulled and rendered me invalid. Its forces were callid. Burning me to the ground, no one could hear my anguish and sounds. The hurtful pain I felt was profound. No relief have I found. It's as if I'm bound to walk the earth with a sadness resound. My self-esteem, it pounds and crushes into powder. My cries out louder and louder. This darkness swallows me up like chowder, and in its victory it couldn't be prouder. Am I wallowing in self-pity? Perhaps I need to form a self-help committee, and learning to laugh by saying something witty, working through the nitty-gritty, digging myself out this bedarkened pit that isn't pretty. But I hate myself with a boundless productivity. That's it. And I always will in all probability. My self-hatred renders me a liability. Personality traits squashed, nullifying my nobility, growing in my mental instability. Can I battle this foe and gain the mastery? Can I safely say that it will be a huge task for me? For help and support I beg as I kneel on bended knees. Will anybody hear my heartfelt plea? I'm rotten inside, can't anyone see? And surrender my very soul may be the fee to purchase the sweet relief of death, that price I'm willing to pay. Anything to stop myself feeling this way. I don't really want to end it all, I want to stay. But my mind keeps on attacking, causing damage and decay. Eroding my sanity with no loitering delay. My feelings of grief can't be expressed or conveyed. I feel totally betrayed by my own poisoned mind. My eyes once sparkled and shined with a youthful positivity that kept me unconfined, allowing a peaceful happiness for me to find. But the attack was well timed. Evil forces joined and combined, and ambushed me with a relentless barbarity, blurring my outlook until there was little to no clarity. My diagnosis was suddenly a formality. My happiness was gone, it has lost its locality. Replaced by pain and suffering, a newfound reality. Robbing me of my confidence, I hid away in isolation. To fear the outside world caused unprecedented frustration. My depression had presented its full demonstration, and sounded out my fate with a loud declaration. You will die here, cold and alone in your bed. You will not be able to tolerate the demons in your head. You will swallow and digest the lies I have fed, and believe that life is pointless and that you're better off dead. My arbitrary will be read, my tortured soul will be given the needed rest, that it was longing for, yet has failed the test, and I would lose the life that I fully detest. Was this the final destination to my quest? To be born, to then suffer and die young, I do attest. That I wish for something better than this crazy descent. I tried to intervene, I tried to prevent. I sit here and lament, I'm anything but content. I tried to cross these forces and make them relent. But they are relentless and will not stop. And now I've dropped, I've fallen from the top. Collapsed, lying at the bottom of the barrel, nursing my wounds with a bloody towel. I can't stop the bleeding, my mind is desperately pleading. When will I find a needed healing and stop this awful feeling? It keeps on stealing my happiness, energy and time, the things that are rightfully mine, creating a misery refined, and clouding my vision, I'm now blind. With this illness I have been defined, I can't put these demons back of my mind, because they keep on taunting and forever will remind me that I will never ever find a peacefulness that would rewind me back to my better times. Times when I felt alive, to times where I felt that I would always survive. Grabbing life by the horns, I would enthusiastically dive. Life was my passion, it was my drive, but now I feel like the end is nigh. Accepting my fate, it will no longer wait. It's scheduled our date, and now it's overdue. Now it's approaching, and it will see it through. And the time I've let slip, I will always rue. I can't escape it, it's stuck to me like glue. I've reached the front of the queue. My death sentence has been passed, this much is true. My execution I'm awaiting. I'm sitting in my cell debating. A prisoner in my mind, I'm gravitating towards my own destruction. Hate has become my production. I've passed the induction. My training's complete. Fully trained to be my worst enemy. I'm now damn beat. Sat in a fiery furnace, I feel the overwhelming heat. I'm in too deep, the hill's too steep. I cannot conquer it, so I sit here and weep. I'm inconsolable, crying and collapsed in a heap. To recover from this situation will never be an easy feat. Will I submit defeat, or will I show my battling qualities? I'm right to the top, exerting my authority over this foe whose sole priority is to rid me of my life and join a minority of people that have seen fit to end their existence. I don't want to be a statistic, so I must have persistence. I must help myself by keeping consistent and build my protective walls that will be resistant, keeping this evil force at a distance, gaining the upper hand, until one day I will stand over my enemy, and to him I command to submit his defeat, his attacks I withstand. He will shudder at my demands. I will hold him in remand and exile him from my land. And then I can plan, and my own 2 feet I will land. Fully standing, my life I will keep commanding. I'll pummel my enemy, my blows will keep landing. I will not be ruled by him, that will be a mortal sin. I will throw the concept in the bin. I will win, I will win.
Anyone's quite bad in the car park that's blocking someone in? Yeah, sorry, Claire. Yeah, it's struggling. And we're... someone, they're also waiting, but they might need to. It's fine though.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
Everybody moving their cars. It's like Rush Hour. You know the game where you move everything about. Okie dokie. Next up, I was going to bring Edwin, if that's alright. Is that okay? Sorry, I've mixed things up a little bit. I'm going to do Ian after Edwin, and then I'm going to do you proper work. Okie dokie. There you go. I'm preparing everyone in advance to have a bit of a chance. Okay, let's give Edwin a big round of applause. Thank you. Now,
Is it a long one, Edwin? Because I'm on after you, so... No. No, okay.
Well, I mean, I can do, I have got...
So I don't know where Tom went in that commotion, but I just thought what a wonderful debut to Poetika. But he ran away before I could say anything. Oh, okay. Well, it was really beautiful. It was really great and a lovely topical poem. Thank you.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
He disappeared.
Right, you said it was about beasts, pets and demons. This has got all of them. I should point out I did actually chop down a yew tree last week. It's sort of based on that, but the rest of it is absolute rubbish,
Did it scream?
I'm coming to that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Bards said, beware of underworlds they guard, ancient crouched over dark earth churchyards, half in and half out of worlds, they stand between, yew trees, immortal, eternal, evergreen. A young yew, starting out, grew by my hedge, dropping its shade on my flower beds, so I oiled my steel blade in the shed, to toil unafraid till this tree was dead. Yew wood's almost pink and easy to saw, down into earth where finger roots claw. Fallen angels from this world expelled, pointing gnarled nails to our nether hell. I swear it moved, that rat-grey slugstone, a maggoty dead buried badger bone. My dog barked, alarmed at frightened birdsong, and I didn't see how hell's clone was gone. I did see a red hedge fox had judged me for slaying his sacred tree with glee. Then a whistle from a man, dim seen, and the dog fox ran to a shape in the green. Rooks cried in their dusking smoke blue sky. Near the brook a green-haired woman flowed by. An egg-bound pigeon nesting by my door tried to coo off nature's tooth and claw. My dog cried to hide till I went inside, and I looked at the online TV guide. I feared this was a midsummer dream, till I really heard a vixen scream. I've pissed myself on the bedroom floor, because something's digging at my door. My dog's quiet. We've never felt so alone. So I'm howling for him on your phone.
Thank you very much, Evan. That was great. Sorry about the floor. Hope it wasn't too much to clean up. Okay, next I am going to bring up Ian. So please welcome Ian back from Scotland. We have missed you.
Sorry, I know it's gone lower and lower. That's my fault.
Good evening, how is everyone? We all good?
Yeah.
Okay, right, so Pest, Beats and Demons. So I've got a pet, I've got a dog called Molly, Chocolate Labrador. She's not here tonight, but most people who know me will have met her from time to time. And I never really wanted a pet, but 9 years later we still have her. But there is something about Molly. I thought it would be folly to get a dog so jolly, bouncing endlessly around the place. But just look, there's something about Molly. Perhaps a pretty green parrot called Polly, then it might just squawk obscenities in my face. I thought it would be folly to get a dog so jolly. Say yes, you're kidding, I'll be off my trolley, a chocolate monster I do not want to chase. But just look, there's something about Molly. I should have said no, tears and a protest volley. So many miles to walk, we'll never keep pace. I thought it would be folly to get a dog so jolly. Think about holidays, you'll snatch your lolly, all the picnic will disappear without a trace. But just look, there's something about Molly. Wouldn't you rather stay in and dress your dolly? Really, Dad, stereotypes are such a disgrace. I thought it would be folly to get a dog so jolly. But just look, there's something about Molly. Thank you. Is it alright, Edwin? Is that past the Villanelle test? Yeah. That was the Villanelle form, if anybody was wondering. Third one I've ever written, but there we go, we're getting there. If Edwin likes it, then I'm happy with that. This is a little bit darker and a bit longer and was written today. And this is called The Beasts from Within. Beware the beast hidden under my bed, the dark creatures dwelling in my head, ideas. Subconscious running wild, fueled by myth and legend, Tolkien and Pratchett simulate and emulate to enable us to become a creative genius, or regenerate into a monstrous travesty. I am taken to places within other realms, overwhelmed. Flashbacks and mental remixes, a classic black and white creature feature, demonic forces led by a possessed cult preacher, horror and sci-fi, books and flicks, cinematic movies dishing out shocks and kicks. Ideas germinate. Cyborgs to terminate, androids that replicate, fantasies that fornicate, aliens that burst from all over the place. Experiments, wires and tubes, take the red pill or blue, don't cough, doctors in my head will not make you better. Electricity, DNA and alien technology, nightmares let loose on the street. Whispers in the dark, it's all in my head. Just don't look under the bed, shadow falls and eyes bare, I can't see it, I can feel it, I know it's out there. I know because I created it. Its thirst for blood is unending, its damaged capacity way beyond 20. No words can describe it, no thoughts can block it or hide it. It's real. It's more real than the leaders that take countries to war, darker than the crimes of big business, further reaching than the underworld's tentacles. And it's here, with me everywhere I go, not creating a slasher blockbuster, a confidence sapper, a creative disaster, all-consuming, poisoning the fledgling ideas, blooming, never making it to the page. Ideas. I don't want to quash it, fight it or kill it. I know I shouldn't provide a feeding frenzy. Envy must be forsaken. Nurture and cherish. Educate and placate. Soothe. Until it sleeps. I can formulate thoughts, write new lines, and get the beast out of my head. Thank you.
Mr. Ian Chilton back with a bang. Oh, microphone went down. Thank you so much. And yes, there is something about Molly. I love that. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's great. Lovely and rhythmic. Performed well. Okie dokie. Who did I put next? Okay, it is Mr. Papa Webb. Please give him a welcome to the stage.
I don't want to be famous. I'd have to grow giant ears, wear fur of grey. I'd have to change my name. I don't want to be called Faye. Animals. My poetic heroes, if you like, are people like C.S. Lewis and Lewis Carroll, and of course Edward Lear. This is one of his. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. They had plenty of honey and lots of money wrapped up in a £5 note. Owl sung to the stars above while he played a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy, oh pussy my love, what a beautiful pussy you are, what a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy, said Owl, you elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Let us be married, too long we have tarried, but what will we do for a ring? So they sailed away for a year and a day to a land where the bong tree grows. And there in a wood a piggywig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose with a ring at the end of his nose. He said, Owl, are you willing to sell for a shilling your ring? Said Pig, I will. So they took it away and were married the next day by the turkey that lived on the hill. They dined on mince and pieces of quince, which they ate with a red spoon. And then in the sand they danced hand in hand by the light of the silvery moon, the moon by the light of the silvery moon. Thank you. Thank you, Edward. Right, now, this is one of mine. As I say, I just love the nonsense stuff, and it's kind of animals. This is called The Hagerback's Shadow. On the 32nd of No Wonder, at around about 26 o'clock, a giant red haverback was slovering on a rock. Sun was chortling behind the cloud. It was Moon's turn to be out. And Hagerback's shadow was missing. It had been there before, there was no doubt. Hagerback let out a chortling wail which sent shivers around the world. Who has stolen my shadow? Coming back was not a word. A passing trioculus bird opened up one eye. It normally kept all three closed. Which one to use it could never decide. Shadow was keeping silent, swashing in the grass, for it knew that if it was found again, its fate would be surely cast. In the giant yellow puddling pond, a frogging toad broke the surface, licked its lips and slipped back down. Ooh, this custard is delicious. Hagerback roared, stomped and roared and roared and roared. But when it was silent again, there was nothing to be heard. A slowly, mothly, slothly was just huddling around. It had seen shadows slithering down the lane, but neither made a sound. The wicked sun was quibbling behind the cloud, for it knew when it came back, poor Shadow would be tied once more to the horrible Hagerback. Thank you. I thank you for listening to this drivel, and I'll leave you with this thought. Stranded in a whale in Wales, a gigantic whale. Wales. Can I?
I feel like I need to interject with never harm a harmless llama, but try and calm an alarmed llama, because a calm llama will never harm a hair on the head of a llama calmer. Didn't know I had that. Okie dokie, I'd like to welcome Estelle to the stage. It's been a long time since we've seen you at POETIKA, so let's give Estelle a big clap. Welcome to our fabulous stage. Oh, and look, we even have a real beast, or pet, or demon. Sorry about this, just, yeah. How do I get it up?
I don't know, because I always put it down.
Oh, I see, right. So what do I do? This one, is it?
Ian's the best.
I don't know.
It's actually a little bit up, sorry. Okay, perfect. Yeah, oh, that's wonderful, thanks. Hello everybody, my name's Estelle, and I've written a poem. It's dedicated to anyone who suffered from depression or was lonely during COVID.
I performed it at the National Slam Finals, and I was picked by the guy who went on to win the whole thing, which for me was an enormous privilege. So this poem is true. It's about one of my children, and it's called Dragon Child. My son returned late. We silenced at the sight of him, wrought with devastation from a fight, not quite to the death. I rushed to hug him, lured him in to his old room, where he flung his rucksack across the bed and perched, smouldering with contempt, his mask for loneliness. His breathing slowed and turned to fire. He burnt words exposing our secret shame and brought us to his place of breaking. I thought he was a dragon come to claim our souls. Prepared to attack, he arched his back. The tips of his spines overlapped and tinkled against each other. The bed creaked, protesting the weight of his despair. His horny claws clenched and unclenched, their cruel curves ripped the homemade bedspread. He flexed his wings. Their translucent membranes were heavily veined with blood, stolen from my boy child. His tail screeched its spade across the window pane. His chest swelled with flames, and he roared. Fire came from his throat, and I was scared. My son was lost, and he'd take his rucksack and go. So I stepped into his scorching misery, and I wrapped him in all that I own. His spines clattered down his back and rattled on the floor. His claws and talons retracted into his baby skin, grown strong and big. And we held on in the ashes of his solitude.
Thank you so much. That was an excellent performance, and like the personification of what's the word? Not personification, but when you make it into an animal. No. If anyone can remember what it is over the course of the night, well, you don't get anything, but we clap. If anyone can remember what that literary term is. No, thank you. That was brilliant and a really good description of someone else's depression, which is very topical. Right, next up is she's sitting there. I tried to point to you to let you know it was you next, so you had some prep. Destiny, let's welcome Destiny to the stage. Let's give her a big clap. And I've heard her poem and it's great. Okay, so this is a poem about overcoming my demons, and it's called Demons. Demons, I challenge you. Do your worst. You will not break me, for I have been to hell and back. The ferryman knows me by name. I have paid my toll. In scars I am adorned. This is my crown of thorns. Demons, I challenge you, for I have seen the precipice of life and death, dangled my feet over its precarious ledge, debating whether to jump in or hold on tight. No one has heard my silent plight. I have seen the dawn after the darkest of nights. Demons, I challenge you, for when the voices run rampant in my head, those self-hating heckles wishing me dead, such torturous lies that I have been fed. My guts are twisted, knotted with dread. Today, I cannot bring myself to get out of bed. Demons, I challenge you, for when the hellhounds come hunting, out stalking and drooling for prey, to me they'll come bouncing, I call them by name. It's me who's their master, it's me they obey, for in time, their souls I shall tame. Demons, I challenge you, for when the reaper comes knocking, I shall greet him with a cup of tea, and a freshly cooked dinner waiting on the kitchen table. It's been a long time, my old friend, we have a lot to catch up on. So let's take a walk down memory lane, as it's the last journey that I shall take. So this is a bit of my own advice for when the demons come knocking down your door on a cold winter's night. I can hear your muffled screams. I have seen the monsters lurking in your dreams. So take my hand, grasp it tight. Together we will win this grueling fight. For you will never walk alone. And now it is time to take your throne.
Destiny, that was fantastic. I had the privilege of hearing that on a wonderful drunken evening, and she was amazing then, and she's performed it even better tonight. I think that was amazing. Thank you so much. And it's getting lower. Well done. Got it. Okay. I don't know what I've done here. Okay, that works. Right. Next up, we have Mr. John Bruce, who, for one time only, has agreed to read.
Oh, that's what you don't do.
I don't know.
Is she gone again? Where's she gone? Hello? Hello, hello. Well, anyway, okay. So I try a couple of songs. This first one is kind of autobiographical, you could say. You know, when relationships end, and there's always, this has nothing to do with animals, demons or pets, but anyway, when a relationship ends and you know, you get all the excuses. She says, it's not you, it's me. Yeah. I need space. Yeah. What she actually means is she's found someone with a bigger bank balance, a better car, bigger cock, probably all three. This is called Poison. Poison, venom runs through her veins. She's toxic. Takes malice to a different plane. She's poison. Do you think that you will change her? Don't you realize she's pure evil? Do you think that you can tame her? Sell your soul to the devil. She's poison. Pure venom runs through her veins. She's toxic. Takes malice to a different plane. Poison. Hypnotic guys will leave you in a trance. She'll wrap her icy fingers round your heart. Walk away without a second glance. Once she's torn your soul apart. Takes what she wants, but she will never stay. Don't you realize you're the loser? We all know that we should walk away. Ah, but no one can refuse her. Poison. Pure venom runs through her veins. She's toxic. Takes malice to a different plane. I want her. Just one look, I had no choice. I still want her. I keep a message just to hear your voice. I love her. Oh, she tore my world apart. I still love her. Your memory echoes through my heart. I love you. Thank you. This one's from my Doom and Gloom collection. Time has come, time has come. Rest of time has begun. Time has come, time has come. For this world is the one. We've abused her for too long now. No more excuses to come. We cannot get it wrong now, for this world is the one. Time has come, time has come. The rest of time has begun. Time has come, time has come. For this world is the one. We can no longer pretend now. All the lies have been run. We can, what she needs is a friend now, for this world is the one. Time has come, time has come. The rest of time has begun. Time has come, time has come. For this world is the one. Trouble cannot be denied now. All the counting has been done. We can no longer hide now, for this world is the one. Time has come, time has come. The rest of time has begun. Time has come, time has come. For this world is the one. Time has come, time has come. The rest of time has begun. Time has come, time has come. For this world is the one. Thank you. Okay.
It's very rare if it doesn't happen. It's when you get a big clash, it blows all the speakers. But they turn it a bit. Normally they go, oh, we should have turned it on. But because it's on iPads and stuff, it takes 10 times longer than
Yeah.
those
Okay, cheers, thank you.
I thought they were still going to do it.
Sorry?
Thank you, Jamie, fixing everything. Cool, thank you very much. I just suddenly thought, since we had the lull and we were talking about it in the lull, Ian, did you want to tell us what's happening in... do you just come up and... Just listen to Ian. He's going to tell you some information that you want to know.
I don't know anything. All I know... Right, to this small select group of people. On the 18th of September, Salisbury Transition City are having an environmental event in Elizabeth Gardens. It will be on all day. And Party in the Park, yes. And Poetika have a slot from 5:45 to 6:15. So anybody interested in reading a poem at that event, sort of 2, 3, 4 minutes long, we've got a half-hour slot, so we maybe get 7 in. Let me know, and then if we've got more than 7 people who want to do it, we'll draw some lots. But we'll try and fit as many people in as we can. So if you know what length of the poem is you're going to do, we may be able to squeeze 7 or 8 in. So, yeah, there we go. Anybody up for that?
We can put our banner up.
We can, well, yeah, we'll have the banner. Yeah, it'll be amazing. We did it last year. Last year it was fantastic, even in COVID. And hopefully this year it'll be less COVID, more people. Okay? Cool. There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, I just thought you'd be better at explaining it. Okay, everyone likes an ever so slightly surreal poem about cats, right? That's just what people like, right? Oh, golly. Okay, this poem is called Hunt. You take it like a rat between your jaw, clenched in barbed teeth. You take it like it tastes of cream and sugar, spiced iron on your tongue. You can't help yourself when the urge sets in. You take it like a book, a breath, a fresh mouthful of the finest something, whatever it was, you wanted it, you took it, like it was raw, and the cat and his claw, take it, took it, shook it all up, and hoped for juniper, or some sort of other botanical that cats might like, for I heard they like to toast with gin, back at the lodge, when the hunt is done, licking themselves and wearing skin. Anyone who has a cat knows how brutal they are. Yes, little tigers that live in your house. Okie dokie, and I was going to read one about a sea monster. Got
grey and hammering, turning the backs of my legs pink, and we march onward, we look forward, slicing through the sheets of wet in dripping sleeves and sandy shoes, and we march onward, dancing, tossing, the sea has stolen the shore, and the waves call us, and the wind pulls us, together in the weather's warm rage, with bodies together and dripping lashes, the waves call us, holding and touching, salty skin and the cool of water, and the sea implores us, and the shoreline grips us, sea monster dives into grey-green dreams, in soaking clothes, we move together, and the sea implores us. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Oh, let's just look at my little piece of paper that's growing ever smaller in my pocket. Next up, I would like to bring Mr. John Bruce. Welcome to the stage. Getting lots of poems from him this evening, whether he likes it or not.
I forgot I said yes for the second half, right. Yeah. I've got the original Crow poem after the Don't Argue with the Poem. I mean, the one that came before the Don't Argue with the Crow. So, the original Crow, right. Oh God, I've just lost it now. Sorry about this. Technology, right. Where has it gone? Crows don't fly that far. Sorry. Google told me early this morning that you're 1,206 miles away. £236 estimated petrol cost, plus tolls and of course the tunnel. 18 hours at the wheel, not including comfort breaks. I imagine 18 hours is rather optimistic, and my comfort is already broken. Passing through France, Belgium, Germany and Austria, in Hitler's footsteps, the reverse order. A shame the Third Reich hadn't been so easily disheartened. How much is love worth? A week of my life and a month's money? Seems trifling when put like that, and I almost look out my passport. But then reality returns to my idle reflection as I conjure the image of my arrival at your door, so happy that someone has come to call, then the look of alarm when you see that it's me. And I've got a dog. I forgot I had a dog poem. Be my dog.
So you haven't got a dog?
Well, no, I've had dogs.
Oh, no, yeah.
No, but this is Be My Dog. Right. Right. Be My Dog. Just make it a bit bigger so I can read it. You'd be my interpersonal communication Rottweiler. I'd let you off the lead to scatter reserve and caution. You'd sink your happiness teeth into everyone before they could escape, slobbering earth love over everyone and everything, wreaking havoc on people just minding their own business, leaving a trail of wanton joy wherever you went. And then you would come back to me, wagging your tail, with a mischievous glint in your eye as if to say, wasn't I a naughty dog? And I'd roll you over onto your back and rub your tummy. Thank you.
Well, what a lucky pup. Okay, I was just going to just take a moment to let everyone appreciate our lovely new banner made by Lowton Graphics. I'm plugging them because it's my friend's husband, not my husband's company. Yeah, he doesn't know he's my husband yet, but no, my friend's husband's company, and we're just really happy with it. So if anyone needs a banner, you should go for them. Just, yeah. And also, it's here because you guys come and you donate money regularly, or contribute money regularly, so we can do fabulous things like this. Thank you. And I would like to bring Ian up to the stage. Welcome back.
Sort this mic out. So what Rhea modestly didn't say was that the design it was at Rhea's, it was her drawing, and she has created the wonderful banner that we have before us. So.
Wow.
Okay, you did. Right, team effort. Excellent. Well, this is a poem about a hamster, okay? And it's just about a hamster. It's not about anything else. There's no hidden subliminal messages in there. It's just about being a kid. And I guess when we were all younger, we all had our first pet. Maybe it was a hamster, maybe it was a budgie, maybe lucky people got dogs and cats, but I got a hamster. So, but it was, you know, actually, to be honest, it was actually my brother's hamster. It wasn't even my hamster. So I call it my hamster. So I am lying before we even start. But you know, it kind of, if I'd said it's my brother's hamster, I'm not sure the poem would have worked quite so well. But we'll see. I could try it like that. My brother's hamster. Okay. Before it knew me, it was alone in the pet shop. All its friends had found homes, but it had not. Not knowing the fun we could have, just happy with its lot. I've saved all my pennies in a jar, won't get you very far, you my ma and pa. Slam! The door shut violently. Not me, you understand, just the wind. Well, actually, I digress. My hamster, my brother's hamster, to cut a long story short and space the pleading and bleeding and needles, I promise I will do the feeding and cleaning every evening. Let's cut to the chase. A hot trot to the pet shop, excited glances and cute small pet cot, money box opened, cleared out the lot. All golden and furry with a smart go faster dash of white. Carefully, I opened the box, cautiously under a low light, so not to frighten it. Not wishing to scare it, cause it great fright, but bring it gently into my world from the dark box into the light. My hamster, or my brother's hamster, needed a name. The thought pressure might drive me insane. I thought of all my favourite TV shows, book characters, films, but failed with all those. I trawled the depths of my tortured adolescent brain for some synchronicity. Yeah, nothing. So I called it It. And I hadn't even read Stephen King at that stage. Perhaps I'd have been older. It could have been Pennywise after the clown. Frown from them. My hamster. I care for you every day. I even wrote a poem to show the world how much I love you. These solid days are a whirl of play and enjoyment looking after you. All my life is like full-time employment. We played games together. I made card tunnels for you to run through. I placed you next to the curtain and you nibbled the hem. And I moved the furniture to hide the evidence to avoid all the yelling from them. My hamster escaped one day. Mortified, I cried out loud. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I shed a tear and my lower lip lit it. Perhaps it got into the fire and fried. Oh, please, God, I hope it hasn't died. For days my misery was unbound. For hours I looked, but it couldn't be found. My parents consoled me, but I just wanted to be alone. Until under the sofa I saw a flash of golden brown. My hamster needs coaxing. For hours I'm close to choking, tempting and teasing, but to no avail. It is not leaving the comfort and sanctuary of under the sofa. I am asleep when a cool hand awakens me, reassuring no urgency. So don't panic, it's not an emergency. Finger to lips, for once I follow quietly. No fuss, no sound, just responding obediently. My hamster has completed her escape to victory. Still under the sofa, she finally looks at me. She has something to show me. The birth of her family, my hamster.
That was hilarious. I love the go faster strikes. That bit was my favourite line.
She had to go faster strike.
I love that line. That made me laugh. Okay. Next up is Mike, who has an eco poem, did you say?
I've changed my mind.
Oh, he's changed his mind.
That's an emo.
It's a bit of an earnest eco poem, so I think I'm going to do, well, I'll tell you when I get up.
Okie dokie. Your inner demons are conflicting, I'm sure.
Right. This is a poem called... I don't go directly onto the mic because I'll make it boom when I get too loud. That's my microphone technique. Okay, I should go a little bit closer. So this is a poem called Heckler's Paradise. Yeah, don't worry. You'll hear me, because look, there's hardly any noise. Worry not. Right. Is that better? Right. So this poem is called Heckler's Paradise. And I will leave...
It's not Gangster's Paradise.
No, it's Heckler's Paradise. And I'll leave some gaps for you to suggest the next possible line. So
What if we're too quiet?
if you're too quiet, then it won't work. It'll be a heckler's nightmare. Right. So we'll see how it goes. It's been experimental. Right, Heckler's Paradise. I overslept, rushed out, only just caught the bus, then thought, shit, I have forgotten to...
Catch the bus.
Thrust.
That's a good one. Forgotten to what?
Thrust.
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 I was going to say get dressed. Put on the blush.
No. It's
It's
what I'd forgotten to do was get a TV license.
Oh.
But yours was better. Right, we'll go on. Got to work and met Julie from accounts in the lift alone. And thought, this is my chance to...
Get in her pants.
not
It's
phone
fine.
number. This is your chance to respectfully make her acquaintance.
Very gentlemanly, sir. And not creepy at all. I like it, but they're all... Sorry? Give her a Mars bar.
Got time to shine. Stare at your shoes and do nothing at all.
Okay? No, I'll tell you what it actually was. Hand in my mileage claim. Right. I went to see the boss and told her to...
Process it. Go away.
Go to hell.
Old English language.
No, it wasn't that. No. It was dock me an hour's pay because I went home early yesterday.
Oh, so honest.
Yours was better. The clock slowly moved round to 5 o'clock. I rushed to...
Blue.
Wash your hands.
Get the TV license.
No, you're all wrong. To cram in more work. Because it was getting close to leaving time. Right. I called in a pub on the way home where I...
You stayed there. Oh, nice.
Went to what?
Met the girl from accounts.
Met the girl from accounts. I missed your one.
You use their phone.
I used their phone.
Watch their TV because you did get a TV license.
Yeah, it could have been that.
Watch TV because they don't have a license. Yeah, good one.
What was yours?
I'm trying to figure out the theme of what these gaps are. I thought would be right.
I don't mean to.
That's the joke.
They're heckles. They're your heckles. They're whatever you say. It's a collaborative joint effort, and it's an experiment. No, the reason I went in the
Going
pub
terribly wrong.
was well, experiments don't always work, do they? Hey? So yeah, I called in the pub on my way home because I'd left my umbrella there.
Classic.
As I left, it was raining. A girl ducked under my umbrella and said,
Stop claiming your expenses.
couldn't be that.
Here's your expenses.
Have you got a TV license?
You're king of the theme. I like it. I like it.
You can be liable to claim PPI insurance.
How much will I get?
Press 1.
Yeah, press 1. I love it. Yeah. No, she's.
Come on. 1.
Anything's a heckle. No, what she actually said was,
3.
please take me to bed. And I said,
You're good at maths. Only if you've got a TV license.
Which one?
Have you got insurance?
How much? Yeah, how much?
no. I said, no, I will not. I only put clean sheets on this morning. Forget it. When I told my therapist, she said...
What? I missed that bit.
When I told my therapist, she said...
You're a dick.
Could have done, yeah.
You know you can't claim this as an expense.
Very good, I like it. Lovely. She said... When I told my therapist, she said... No, she didn't say all the things you said, which were better than this. She said to me, is spontaneity difficult for you? I said, no. Not if it's carefully planned. And good night. Thank you all.
That was really fun. We've never had anything quite like that before. I enjoyed that. Sorry?
And never again.
I don't have a TV licence. Is that okay?
Have you got a TV?
No.
Don't watch BBC iPlayer.
I don't watch BBC iPlayer. I just have my laptop and a screen I plug it into if I want to watch it big. No, genuinely. And they keep sending me angry letters.
Yeah.
It's evil. Anyway, I even told them I don't have a TV. Sorry, I feel like I should do a poem about this, but I don't have one. Okay, next up is Edwin. Please come to the stage. Ooh.
After all that happiness, I'm going to make you feel really miserable. But, it's just if I can find it. Hang on. Oh yeah, the Slaughter Stone. There was a girl told the world online how she yearned for this special one. In reply came a text. This spell is fine, if you've courage to make it done. If your immortal soul screams in lust for this fine living boy in your bed, my anonymous spell will have you to trust. Wash the Stonehenge Slaughter Stone red. That night Stonehenge was quiet as the grave. They moved the old road, no cars there now. No light on the stones, but the girl was brave and danced with all life would allow. The boy in London had a feeling within. No reason, something drew him astray. In Dad's classic jag he went for a spin down England to Old Harrow Way. The A303 was the Old Harrow Way where frozen men first hunted deer. They prayed the sun would keep Ice Age at bay, put their trust in magicians and seers. The girl shed her tears on the Slaughter Stone, washed the rock till it turned rusty red. Then all alone did the dance and moan, called him to be wed in her bed. The boy opened up the triple SUs, his E-type past trucks on the rise. Then missed a corner and hit the old U. Harrow Way took his soul for a prize. She sang magic so well, his spell was strong. The boy's feelings were stronger than death. Demon lust for her pulled his spirit along. He would even kiss lips with no breath. His jag roared from Stonehenge bottom, braked at Slaughter Stone with a slide. The girl knew at last her love would blossom, and her demon held the jag door wide. So, daughter, be careful what you wish at the stone. Don't go there at night all alone. And please be wise when boys offer a ride. Think of father and don't get inside. Thank you.
I wish my demons would hold open a jag door. Okay, next up I have our newcomer Tom, who just disappeared. But I have a curse word warning, but I think we're okay with that, aren't we, folks? Absolutely, this is a free speech. Absolutely sure. You are among...
Is it communist?
Definitely communist, right? We don't mind at all. Free speech.
Hi Ben. Thanks for coming, Ben. This is a poem about drug addiction.
More louder. Yeah.
Louder?
Yeah, I couldn't hear it up there, so you've got to be closer.
Like this? Is that better? You think I'm mad? Oh, I'll start again. I'm mad, I am mad. You think I'm mad? Nah, bruv, I'm sad. Life is harsh, relentlessly draining. Don't understand that, do you, lad? You think my behaviour I can help? You think I want to be like this? Anything but a life of bliss. Why do you dismiss the problems that exist? In my troubled mind, you think I'm not kind, that I don't mind to bring pain on my friends and family. You can't see the insanity. Fuck shit cunt, that's the profanity. That's what I do. To explain, that's what... You put me off then.
Stay focused, don't listen to the audience.
Let's try again. You think my behaviour I can help? You think I want to be like this? Anything but a life of bliss. Why do you dismiss the problems that exist? in my troubled mind. You don't think I'm kind, that I don't mind to bring pain on my friends and family. You can't say the insanity. Control yourself. Fuck shit cunt, that's the profanity. That's what I do to express the pain of my motherfucking reality. Years wasted from the drugs that were supposed to stabilise my mood. Trial and error, things I do to mentally improve. I had to see it through. But I didn't have a clue that all it proved to do was to turn me into something that weren't me. Zombified bedbound depression, social isolation, that was the fee. From the medication that was supposed to help me. To restore me, to break me free from this darkness that was all consuming. It weren't fucking helping, it was just resuming. Fucking confusion, it weren't removing. Stealing my best years instead of wiping away my fucking tears. It didn't rid me of my fears. Fears that I can't go on. Fears that I don't belong. Weakening me instead of making me feel strong. My head's full of confusion, unclear but under no delusion. Why couldn't I just be well? As I meditate, my heart swells with hatred and resentment for this illness that cruelly makes the statement, you will never be rid of me. You answer to me and forever that will be. It whispers in my ear, quit fighting. I forever be smiting. I will haunt you wherever you go. Tell you you're nothing. Your life you should throw off a bridge, you piece of shit. It's pointless trying to equip yourself with self-help tactics. I'll be here until you're fucking geriatric. I've had a lifetime of practice. My control over you is still active. I'll burn you to the ground, smouldering plastic. Fuck your defense mechanisms. I'm proactive. I will grind you down, and as you frown, with your self-esteem nowhere to be found, the loneliness you feel will be profound, and cause you to believe that you've got nothing to offer the world, no way to make a difference, forcing you to become indifferent, forcing you to believe that there's no happiness you can ever receive, no meaningful relationship you can achieve, and manipulating my mind to the point that all I see is the sweet relief of death for me. If that's my eventuality, a morbid existence leading to my mortality, a path I cannot escape from, fuck it, if that's the case, I'll depart from the human race. But if I do, I'll formulate a plan of action to give myself the needed distraction, to come to terms with my fucked up reaction to the things I cannot control. I'll switch pharmaceutical to illicit, for me now that's suitable. Don't convince me otherwise, to me it's irrefutable. Snorting lines to damage my already fucked up mind. Why would I do that, I hear you say? Dicing with death, gambling with my life this way. That's all very well, I can really see. From the point of view of others, I can't disagree. The effects are similar, the symptoms the same. Loss of appetite, disturbed sleep patterns, hyperstimulation. You think I've had those? I'm new to those, I've had them at a premium. My association with Charlie is preferable, it makes me a comedian, inflates my ego like helium. For me that's a happy medium. Give me a buzz I've never really had, albeit short-lived, but I go along with the fad. I'm not an addict, don't assume that's the case. It's a form of escapism from this mundane rat race. A race I'm losing, and maybe I'm proving that this metaphorical performance-enhancing drug only serves to dug me a thug. A waster, a drain on a society, a man who doesn't have the right priorities. They say it's a class A used by the famous and rich. Maybe I'm using it so I don't feel like shit. Manipulated by the image it falsely portrays. It's the drug of cool people, that's the message that relates. Just ask Post Malone, he's been swayed. The short and long-term damage is cleverly downpaid. Celebs are puppets for promotion to this drug that causes commotion. Money talks and this commodity makes an ocean. I know the pull, I know the appeal, but the glamour and glitz around it really ain't real. As I kneel, I look down and ask, why am I using it still? Oh yeah, because I don't care about my life enough. I'll blow this shit up my nose until it's bloody and stuffed. You think I'm joking? Go on, I dare you to call my bluff. I'll be the one to say enough is enough. Whether I'll be dead, alive or barely breathing, I'll carry on with this self-deceiving. until I reach the point of believing, I don't need this anymore, I'm leaving. My craving is a replacement for happiness. It's a reason why I'm behaving this way. I'm trying to chase something amazing, crazily trying to find that yet-to-see haven of mental well-being and a family I can call my own. Only then will I disown this drug that now has become my own. Attitude's all wrong, I know. What am I proving when I carry this on? It's a vicious cycle. I need to be strong, patient, stable, otherwise I'll be waiting too long. So this I didn't get that bit. So the drug I've chosen to lean on, it will push me beyond. I will not go on. I will not make this a foregone conclusion. This is no illusion. I'm hurt, beat down, I'm bruising. Myself, I need help. This is heartfelt. I cannot melt my fucking life away. I want to stay. I don't want to drift away from my own existence. So I'll try to keep consistent. Try to be resistant to the demons I fight every day. But I can't delay. I have to fight. I have to stay. I can't proceed with this plan of action. I will not join that faction of amazing people killed, so I'll reread this caption to remind myself this ain't the life. It will only cause strife. It will not bring me the wife that I've always wanted. I'll forever be haunted. I cannot allow myself to be taunted. So here I stand, this message I demand, to be heard to anyone in my shoes. Let's together prove that we can remove our own self-inflicted damnation. I hope this reaches the whole nation, and together we can aid each other's salvation.
That was an amazing poem, and thank you for really burying yourself. It's a really good exploration of your inner demons, exactly. And that is very welcome here. We have a very strong new member of POETIKA, I think. Yeah, that was great. So we have one more poem from Ian, and then you'll have a couple more from me, and then we'll come to an end. Okay, so let's welcome Ian back up to the stage.
So I have found a very spurious link to one of my favourite poems. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best poem I've ever written, but it's one I really enjoy reading. So the theme is beasts, pets and demons. So there was the first few lines of this poem you might recognise. Now they could be originally from an Iron Maiden song, or maybe they were from the Bible. I'm not sure which came first, but this is called, and it's all about music, this is called Ode to the Devil. Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil sends his beast with wrath, because he knows that time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast. Upon these lines devotees feast, metal fans cry mutated revelation. As devil horns are spawned across the nation, the augmented fourth is the chord of evil. Diabolus in musica to the Renaissance people. Through the ages light and darkness do fight. The youth rebel and scream through the night. Demonic lyrics and rituals strive as eagles try to stab it with steely knives. Some have sympathy with the devil, walk this path with trepidation and peril. Black Sabbath rehearse their satanic verse, crosses and symbols bring out the worst in the leather-clad throngs that swarm and follow. Backward messages gullible hordes will swallow. The singer preaches but does not believe, just dollars and royalties that he will receive. I now have a very small text page. Playing cards on a Spanish train, the devil cheats and beats God again. In Georgia they play for a fiddle of gold in the hope 1 million records will be sold. Bargaining with the devil leads to catastrophe, pleading to no avail, death in Bohemian Rhapsody. Slipknot remastered to breach hell they try, and screaming and grinding at the devil and I as Ozzy Osbourne barks at the moon. We all know the devil has the best tunes. To dancing with and making deals to live, the souls of musicians to 666 they give. Is it true that all these worshippers seek is recognition and a poster in Kerrang once a week? For some it's real, there is no dispute. For others, not so much, it's just a tribute. Monsters of rock have become download on the highway to hell. It's the end of the road. As the rock gods grow old and begin to pass,
to Lemmy and the rest. We all raise a glass. Mine's down there. They wait for the ferry to cross the Styx whilst rappers steal their riffs and create a remix. There'll be no speakers turned up to 11. Perhaps at last they will find their stairway to heaven.
Sorry for you.
No, it's great, and it's a classic Ian, and you wouldn't be Ian without music references galore. Thank you. Ooh. Oh, I'm not good with this microphone. Yes. Okay, right. I am going to finish off with 2 poems. This one is about a very strange day. The low sun grazes grass, still dry from the lingering summer. The clouds that caress the sky try and pin it in place. A curtain above the field, like a stage, saturated with a scentless smell that draws in the wasps and sends the tiny creatures into the kind of sleep that rots their body like fruit, and the wasps flock. The wasps drink from the nectar that seeps from those tiny carcasses, and the wasps dance in prayer to the autumn sun, and the wasps draw us in and tell us how it begins. Thank you. It's not going well, is it? Take it out. Yeah, no, it was a really weird day. I was going for a dog walk with my friend and her black dog, and we found all these dead animals, and like everywhere. It was really weird. Anyway, my last poem of the evening, it's called Narcissus, His Music, and the Rabbits. Stroke my velvet pelt and categorize me, detail every fleck and tear and tear into me, pull apart my chest and beat my breathing lungs like timpani drums and tightening snares. List every instrument with the ink from your tongue, scratched out and numbered. Deconstruct the orchestra, the 100 different pieces of bone and brass, huddled, laying out between the rabbit warrens and the blooded grass. Narcissus turned gold, his trumpets upturned, his eyes cold. I saw his reflection in a piece of broken glass, pinning down a treble clef, shuddering as it struggled for breath. Meanwhile the earth fell in, mounds of dirt, sounds of discord, earthquake, like the sound of his voice, like the world tilting, the hillside shifting, splitting open, and rabbits squealing, every daffodil uprooted. I blew one like a horn and ran as the music caved in, and the fields before me bled, yellow petals turned red. I didn't watch him sink. I kicked my hind legs and fled. Thank you very much. Thank you to our very dedicated small crowd for coming to Poetica and supporting us. We've had new people.
Intimate and special.
Sorry? Yes, the intimate special. Yes.
Next month is the 21st, only 3 days after Poetry in the Park.
Yes. Yeah. 21st. Harvest. It's Abby G it's Abby G Poetry from Bournemouth as our guest poet as well. She's rather fabulous, so we're looking forward to having her. Abby G. Yes, Harvest, I think. Yes. Yes, Abby G Poetry. Yes. So please come along next time. Let us know. It is. That's it. Equinox. Sorry. Yeah, you can see how organised we are. And please get in touch if you're interested in a slot in the park. And thank you, everybody. And thank you to my lovely dog for inspiring the evening. So, yeah, great. Bye. Night.